Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. Excuse me. I bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another introduction slash review for you, and this is the House of Lush. House of Lush is a British perfume maker. I consider them to be niche house. Some people say they're designer. They have branches in the almost every high street in the United Kingdom, and they've been around for more than 40 years. I was introduced, or me and my wife both were introduced many years ago when we were passing their shop, and the smell of it was so heavenly we couldn't resist. We went in there and we got hooked since then. We almost have all their perfumes in our collection between me and my wife, apart from a handful of them which were either, similar to others, or they weren't that interesting. So we have probably around 30 of their perfumes in our collection. They make very interesting perfumes. They don't go with a trend. They don't go with the what is trendy right now in the market. They just go completely different direction. And that is one of the appeal of their perfumes to us, me and my wife, because they are quite on the unique side, they are quite on the unusual side, they are quite on the bold and artistic side of perfumery, which we love. Their perfumes, they never say, they never mention their concentration. Their perfumes they just say perfume. For example, this beauty in front of me is called Lush, the smell of weather turning, Perfume 100ml. They don't say the concentration, but from my experience, my age, being around perfumes for a long time, I can tell you they're using a very high concentration of perfume oil in here, at least about 25 to 30% perfume oil concentration, and that makes them very, very thick and dense and long lasting. Vast majority of their perfumes are very, very long lasting, and they are not I won't say they are cheap, but they're not expensive either. They sit in the middle. But the advantage of their perfumes are that they smell and feel like very high-end niche perfumes, and that's why we are so attracted to them. So this one in particular came out in 2010, so it's been around for a few years, but it's a few times it's been discontinued, and then they brought it back probably because of the popular demand, and they put it in the perfume library collection, which is this black label. They have two tiers, one white label and one black label. The white labels are a little bit cheaper, the black labels are a little bit more expensive. So this one retails for £125 for 100ml. But the good news is, if you're interested, you can go on eBay in United Kingdom and you can find them cheaper on eBay if you want to buy them and you're interested in that. Vast majority of the perfumes me and my wife we bought from eBay. Very few, I think only a handful of them we bought directly from the shop. Probably we couldn't find them on eBay, then we went to the shop and bought them ourselves. So this one, as the first thing first, the presentation on the House of Lush, they always very simple, minimalistic, simplistic, and this is one of the attraction, because they don't waste money, they don't waste products. They are good for the environment, and also they are against animal testing. They source their materials ethically, again another attraction of this brand. And also they are indoors, they make everything from the raw material till the end product themselves, so there is nobody else involved. They are the the ones who make them. That's why I think they are a niche house, because everything is done inside the company. There are three perfumers working on their perfumes. One is the owner, which is Constantine the senior, and then Constantine the junior, which is his son. And there's another perfumer called Emma Dick, and she works with them. Sometimes she produces some of their perfumes. This one in particular is done with the perfumer for it is Constantine Jr. His perfumes are a little bit edgy. Majority of the perfumes I smelled from him are a little bit edgy, a little bit artistic, a little bit unusual. He's got a very interesting taste in perfumery, and that reflects in this beauty. So presentation, look at this, very simple, rectangular, nothing to brag about, but it's quite nice. The cap doesn't exist almost. The atomizer is old-fashioned, which I don't mind at all. And look at the sprayer. The sprayers are not very good, but they do the job, and it's a good thing they don't put out too much juice, because their perfumes are very thick and dense and very, very strong. So you don't need many sprays to enjoy their perfumes. So this one, it was a love at first sniff, both for me and my wife. The reason is because this one is very close to my taste. This one is super green, so it's very green, is luscious, is before I describe the perfume, let's tell you who is it for. First thing first, this is definitely on mature side, so I would say at least 25 years and older, if not 30 years and older. The reason is because it's not only just because it's very, very complex and it's edgy and artistic and it's a little bit funky, but it has some elements of classical perfumery in here, so it is quite on the classical side as well, although they try to modernize it as well. So it's like 50% modernization, 50% classic, and that makes them quite on the mature side. In terms of the gender, all their perfumes are genderless, which is correct. This is the correct designation, because perfumes for thousands of years didn't have gender. Smell was a smell. Anybody could wear it, ladies and men, although it was a very, very exclusive club. Only the very rich, very powerful could afford the perfumes, but nevertheless they never had gender until early 1920s, which I think Chanel was the first company to make a specific perfume for ladies, and started from there, and the companies started to do the same, divide and rule, or divide and sell more, and that's the only reason they do it. So don't fall for it. If you like a perfume, wear it. If you don't like a perfume, don't wear it. As simple as that. Perfume, smell, scent, fragrances don't have gender. Okay, so the designation is correct. All the perfumes are genderless, they're unisex, and this is correct. So this one is genderless and unisex as well. In terms of the occasion, this is super opulent, very, very beautiful, very complex, very layered, multifaceted. So this one is very, very good for going out, for evening, for special occasion, for special ceremonies, for close encounter, dating, dinner, things like that. The only thing is you have to be careful with the trigger, because this is very, very strong perfume. Usually even though the sprayer is a bit pathetic and it go I don't put more than 6-7 sprays of it, because it's very, very strong. At the moment I put just 3 pathetic sprayers, and it's filling the room so strong. Wow, but it's gorgeous. Anyway, so in terms of longevity, is very, very good. On my skin goes easily over 10 hours. On t-shirt and materials goes easily over 12 hours. But be careful, because the color, the juice has color to it. It's quite a dense color, so if you are using it on materials, be careful, it might stain a light or bright materials. In terms of longevity, beautiful, very, very long lasting. In terms of projection, similar story, an arm length of projection for around 4 to 5 hours, and after that it will slowly subside. But you never go to skin center, you always push out. So it's very, very good projector as well, almost bordering beast mode. If you put 10 sprays of it, you would definitely smell it next day, no problem. If you put it on materials, it goes for days and weeks. So it is that thick and strong and long lasting. So be careful with the trigger. And in terms of age, did I say the age? Yes. Gender? Yes. Occasion? Yes. And in terms of season, this is all year round. You can use it in summer, in winter, no problem. It's got some freshness to it that you can use it in summer. It's got some depth and complexity to it. You can use it in winter. At the moment, we are in the middle of the autumn, and I wore it for the last 2 days, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So it is something about this perfume is very, very good for rainy days and also for very, very cold days. Although again, you easily wear it in summer, no problem. The name in here is quite appropriate. Smell of, it says the smell of weather turning, and that is very, very correct in here. So this one is mainly the smell of it is what it says here. It is very appropriate because it's like you're in the middle of very lush woods, and suddenly the weather start to change and start to rain. So that is the smell you're getting in here, and the smell of it is in autumn. So it is, imagine you're walking in a beautiful autumn day with the trees are changing their colors, and they have so many beautiful colors, bright colors like orange, yellow, red, and others. And you're walking through this beautiful meadow or beautiful woods or beautiful forest, and you're smelling all the beautiful greeneries or some flowers, some bushes, trees, leaves, trunk of the trees, the bed of the woods and the forest itself. You're smelling all these things, and suddenly start to rain, and the rain adds to that smell. So imagine all those smell, and then now you smell them with the rain, and you smell them with a wet and a damp smell to them. So the name in here is very, very correct. So there are many, they usually with the House of Lush, they give you very minimalistic note breakdown, a few handful. In here it's the same. I'm smelling more things which I'm going to mention in a minute. So according to Fragrantica, this is what they are using: hay, mint, chamomile, oak, nettle, oak moss, beeswax, and cinnamon. What a note breakdown. Very interesting in its own. So everything in here I smell very, very distinctly, yes. Although in a different skin, probably you smell different things depending on your nose, depending on your mood, depending on your weather, or depending on all these things, and of course on your memory, you smell different things. But all these things are there. Plus, I smell a few things that they're not mentioning. For example, I'm smelling a big vetiver in here, which they're not mentioning. I smell quite a big patchouli in here, which is they're not mentioning. And also I smell some jasmine in here, which they're not mentioning. So the jasmine here giving it a little bit of the andolic feel, not too much, just a hint of andolicness. The patchouli and the vetiver here together giving it a very earthy feel. So this is very earthy. It's almost going to the muddy feel, composty, and very green in the same time, very camphorous, quite balsamic, and quite resinous in the same time. The beeswax in here is gorgeous. It's just giving it that feel of how should I put it? It's like basically it's quite powdery, yes. Yeah, definitely powdery, definitely dusty. The hint of smokiness in here, not too much, just a hint of smokiness. But the beeswax giving it a beautiful feel. It's like a, how should I put it? It's like when you put a very high-end expensive lotion on your skin, the beeswax in here giving me that smell, a smell of beautiful lotion almost. So the combination of the oak moss, nettle, mint and hay, plus the vetiver and the patchouli in here, giving it a very earthy feel, very green, very grassy. In the same time, it's very leafy, it's camphorous, definitely a little bit mushroomy as well, and overall it is a dark green rather than a bright green. So for example, the mint in here, you think, okay, so this is going to be minty, very very bright, happy. No, this is dense and thick. So the mint adds to the interesting facet of greenness of it, but it's not a bright fragrance. I classify this perfume as a semi-dark to dark, so it is quite dark. And also I classify this fragrance as aromatic spicy, so it's very very aromatic and it's very spicy and also very green in the same time. The chamomile here giving it a very interesting facet, which is very calming aspect. So the calming aspect of this perfume is from the chamomile, which is very very famous for that, and you can definitely detect the chamomile in here. The chamomile in here is a little bit, again, because of that jasmine behind it, is quite andolic, so it is an andolic chamomile, which is very very interesting. The oak in here plus the oak moss giving it a very very earthy green, the very tree like. It's like almost, it's like you're shaving a tree or shaving some sort of woods in the wood, or maybe you just take a piece of wood from the tree and you smell it. It's like that kind of smell to it. Cinnamon here giving it a very very spicy feel, but it's not just cinnamon. I'm smelling clove in here very very distinctly, so it's a combination of clove, cinnamon, maybe even a little bit of nutmeg, because it's a little bit nutty. Yeah, a little bit nutty in the same time. Hay, yes, it smells like a hay, but the hay in here is not a dry hay. It's like a wet hay. It's like you just having a hay and you put it in front of the animals to feed. So that kind of hay, because the dry hay and the wet hay or the fresh hay, they have a completely different smell. In here is rather than a fresh hay, rather than it is rather fresh hay than the dry hay. So it is a very wet and fresh hay, and overall this fragrance is giving me at least feel of wetness, feel of dampness, feel of being rained on and things like that, which is very very beautiful in here. So if you like the description I gave you and you like it quite artistic, quite unique, quite on the edgy side, quite on the funky side, this is quite funky, so you need to like your funky perfumes to enjoy it. This is not for the faint-hearted. So if you like perfumes that are safe, crowd pleasing, people's pleaser, if you like them fresh, if you like them sweet, this is not for you. You need to like your artistic, unusual, unique perfumes that are quite funky. This is very very funky, but absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. It gives me feel of sometimes being in the farm as well, not only being in the woods and in the forest, but sometimes it gives me feel of being in the farm and you can smell the animals in the distance. It's not animalic, so it doesn't give you like you're next to animals, but it is like in the distance. So it's got a little bit of that hint of smidgen of animalicness, which is coming from a distance, so you can feel that in here, and that is giving me the feel of farms, maybe some sort of animals, some sort of even farm which is cultivating some sort of green products, so giving me that feel of it as well. So overall, to recap, this perfume is very green, and it's quite a dense green, and it's quite a dark green. It's quite a camphorous feel to it. It's quite balsamic, it's earthy, it's a little bit muddy, it is mushroomy, it is very leafy, it's very grassy. and very, very aromatic in the same time. It's super aromatic. You need to like your aromaticness to enjoy it. And the aromaticness in here coming from the greens. It's not coming from any flower particular, although there's chamomile and jasmine in here, which I can smell distinctly. But the aromaticness is coming from the green aspect of this fragrance. It's very, very herbal in the same time. It's green, it's herbal, it's leafy, it's grassy, it's tea trunky, it's tree trunky, is bushy smell to it as well, and some floral aspect in here as well. It's very, very spicy in the same time, which is cinnamon and clove combination to my nose, and maybe a little bit of nutmeg to give it a hint of nuttiness, and very woody in the same time. The woods are, as I said, it's very realistic. It's like you smelling you taking a piece of wood and you smelling it in your hand. It's very realistic. Very mossy and very earthy in the same time. So it's very mossy, it's very earthy, it's a little watery, and the wateriness in here conveys the feel of rain and also the feel of dampness and after the rain in the woods or in the farm. So that is the kind of feeling you will get from this, or at least I get from it. So if you like the description of this perfume, yes, I highly recommend it. I'll give it 10 thumbs up. From the beginning to the end, I give this perfume 10 out of 10. It's a beautiful perfume, at least for my taste, for my age, for my experience. Wifey loves it as well. We both have a bottle of this. She has her bottle, I got my bottle. We love it so much, and this is one of the most beautiful perfume you ever smell. If you like this kind of perfumes, if you like it outdoorsy, naturey, farmy, woodsy, foresty, jungly, meadowy, and feel of these things after the rain or before the rain in the middle of autumn. So if you like this kind of fragrances, this one done it superbly well. It's very, very long lasting. It smells great. The perfumery in here is top notch. I'll give it 10 out of 10 for the perfumery, and also the ingredients in here smells super natural. Doesn't smell synthetic, doesn't smell harsh, doesn't smell chemical, doesn't smell sharp, none of those. Beautiful. You can tell they use many natural ingredients in here, and that is conveying the feel of nature, feel of woods, feel of forest, feel of farms and things like that in this perfume. It's just they done it perfectly in here. I'm so happy to have it in my perfume collection. I absolutely love it to bits. I cannot praise it enough. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line of perfumes. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of. That makes them huge, bold, very long lasting, beast mode, and also they are very artistic and unique. They are like time capsule. They take in different places, different time, and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.